Okay, so we are making the Floozy today by Seems Legit. I made a couple of changes. Okay, so a couple of changes. I'm only doing 2 zipper closures, one at the top and one in the lining as a Tory pocket. I'm using this 1-inch checkered webbing for seatbelt webbing for my crossbody strap, and then I'm have these to cover the ends. I have my D-ring connectors. That's the same. The probably only need one of these, but I'm not sure yet of the zipper tab or tabs. The side pieces, the bottom, those are all the same. For the front pocket, I'm only doing it as just a lined pocket with a magnet closure. I'm not doing the top zipper as she has in the pattern. Front pieces, I'm actually going to do like a little accent on the back, just an accent. On the inside, for the lining, I will be doing the lining pieces. One of them is going to have just a little slip pocket, and then the other one is going to have a Tory pocket. With the slip pocket, I'm just going to put an accent over it just to make it look unison. And that's all the pieces. As far as hardware goes, I have, I'm using my Barbie pink hardware. I want to use purple rivets, a name tag, magnet snap, and 2 zipper pulls. If you don't have a woven tag or a cork tag like I have, then there's also handcrafted ones that I get from Mormino. If you want to just use a generic one, that's totally fine. So this is all the hardware we're going to be using today. Okay. All right, so let's get started. I am going to start with the lining pieces and then work my way out. So eliminating pieces as we go along. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so for one piece, I'm going to be using the slip pocket. So I've got my little accent piece. I've got my slip pocket piece. Okay. So for the accent piece, I am not folding it over. I'm just simply putting it right against that folded edge. To make sure it's nice and lined up. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a top stitch on both of those sides. I'm using black thread today. I didn't want to have too many contrasting colors, so I think black would be the best option. Yes? Colors, so I think black would be the best option. Yes? Where'd Daddy go? I don't know. I was at a bit of an angle, so that's why I couldn't quite get it straight when it was in my spot. Okay, so there is the slip pocket. So now I can just take that and attach it. Okay. Okay, I'm just putting that in place so that I can go ahead and just stitch that in place just as a basting stitch, so I don't have to have anything too fancy. Again. I was at a bit of an angle, so that's why I couldn't quite get it straight when it was in my spot. Okay, so there is the slip pocket. So now I can just take that and attach it. Okay, I'm just putting that in place so that I can go ahead and just stitch that in place just as a basting stitch, so I don't have to have anything too fancy. Because it's a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance or a 1/4 inch, as long as it's consistent, you can do either one. Then you can do that. That's a nice slip pocket. If you want, you can cut it in half so that way you have two sides. I will be doing that. So I'm just folding it in half, making a crease, just so I can go down and back and over. There we go. So now you can go ahead and mark all of your centers. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and marked my centers. So put that piece to the side. Now I'm going to do my Tory pocket. So you could do one of two ways. You could do the Tory pocket with or without the lining, but I mean without turning it, or you could do a what's it called? I'm going to be birthing the bag, so I do need to have an opening. But if you weren't going to be birthing the bag, then you could do binding. Okay. Okay, so let me think here. I'm bringing it down 2 inches is where I'm going to come down. She has other measurements if you wanted to. I don't even think she actually has an interior Tory pocket in hers. Okay, and then now I'm going to grab my template piece. So I've gotten these templates from Tory. You can use the one that has the best size for you. I think the 7 inches is what I'm going to use. Okay. Yep, that works out really nicely. So then that way I can use that. Okay. Okay. So now that I've done that, I can go ahead and put pretty size touching. And actually, believe it or not, if I line this up at the bottom there, it's actually perfect. This is an 8x12 piece. Very similar to what Tori uses for her Tori pocket. Yep. There you go. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I have this as straight as possible. There you go. Alright, so that's a little crooked, so yeah, so I have to redo my box because it was actually crooked. I mean, it's very slight. All of the adjusting made a small knot at the bottom. Okay. Actually, let me just do. Okay. There we go. Okay, so after I've done that, I'm going to actually put this on the heat press to just make sure this is nice and soft. Okay. 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 There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do it again. Alright, so I'm going to heat press that again just so that I make sure I can get it nice and flat. If you have an iron, you can also do it with an iron. Okay. Okay, so that looks nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my shorter of the two zippers. So you have two zippers, and I'm using the shorter one. I'm going to grab one of my zipper pulls and go ahead and put the zipper pull on. Okay. Going to use a little bit of double-sided tape. Okay. So to the left. Okay. Got there. There we go. It's a little crooked, so I'm going to straighten that out. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to start in the center just past. way. Open it. Okay. So I gone ahead and get this. Open this up. Okay. There we go. Okay. I am folding it up so that way when I go to close it up itself, it's easier. Okay. There we go. All right. So that's done. So all of the extra pieces for the lining is done. I can...
Are you on live?
No, it's a recording.
Because I want to get some ramen noodles for my lunch. And Dad said he won't make it.
Okay. Give me a second.
You want to deposit it?
Let me finish the lining, and then I will get it for you, okay? Okay, so for the lining pieces, we're going to start with our base. So this is how it's going to look like. So we're going to put pretty sides together and stitch that together. Okay. So I'm heating that up so that it gets nice and pliable and it flattens out those seams. So what we're doing is starting from the center and going up as far as it'll go. And then we will add the zipper. Okay, so now we are going to mark our centers for the base, also know a gusset. Okay. Okay, I want to make sure that this is even on both sides. Okay. Go ahead and snip. Okay, so right there is where it kind of like eases in to that curve. There we go. So now we're going to go ahead and stitch that in place. Now I'm using a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. I'm starting to stitch just a little bit before the actual gusset. Almost like where it's the straight part, just so that I can Okay. So. Okay. So now I'm going to put the other part on. Just got to make sure that you okay. I will be leaving this portion here open so I can take the bag. Well, it's not pretty much any much bigger than this, so I may not. I may just close it up. Okay, so I'm going to put this together, clip these two pieces together so that way I can make sure to line up the side gusset exactly where it needs to be. Okay. Alright, so now with the gusset we are going to snip into it just like we did before. Okay. 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 So there you go. So from here, I'm going to trim around here. So right here, right before it comes to okay. I want to make sure that this pulls away from there so that I can fold that back. Okay.
Can you finish the thing? Because Daddy's on a minute.
Yes. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you hit the pause button?
Oh, on this thing?
Yep.
Which one is it? The double line?
Yes. And then on. Okay. Hey, baby. You stink. Hi. I don't know what are you looking at? Huh? Hi. What are you doing? Hey, baby. You stink. Yeah, you do. Okay, thank you. Okay. So okay. So the lining is now done. Hi, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Okay, so the lining's done. Put that to the side. Hi, baby. Yes. You're such a good girl. You are such a good girl. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so now that we've done that, now we're going to do the exterior pieces. So I'm going to do the base and then do my D-ring connectors before I do the front piece. I'm sorry, she's tickling me. Okay, thank you. Nope. Nope. Back. Luna. Back. Okay, thank you. No. Okay. 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 Gonna sew down those sides. Okay. I think I'm going to switch over to pink thread for the top stitching. So I'm not going to quite do that yet because I want the black on this one. Okay, go. Okay. 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 Gonna make it just a little less. Okay, so I'm going to top stitch that and then the other one. Yep. Okay. Okay. Hold on. All I'm doing is readjusting this one because I had. Okay. So now here is where I'm going to be putting the D-ring connectors. But the difference is I'm going to do it with over both layers, so then that way it over the lining in. So it's just going to like go over the ends. So I'm not going to attach it right now, but I do want to put my D-rings on. And then I'm going to stitch really close to that edge so that it doesn't wiggle too much. Well, no, maybe not. I'm just going to clip it. Yeah, I'm just going to clip it. Okay, so I'm going to put the D-ring connectors to the side. Okay. And I'm going to work on my okay, so now I'm working on the front pieces. So I'm going to put these two together first. That's going to make the little pocket for us to know where to do the pretty sides touching. It is supposed to be two different sizes. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to stitch there, and then I'm going to fold it to meet so that it makes a small lip. So that when we put our magnet on, it actually has something really structured to go onto it. Okay, so that's going to go like that. Just like that. And this is where we're going to put our magnet. Just like that. Okay. Okay, so we're doing that. I'm going to grab our magnet pieces so we can install our magnet. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to okay. Okay, so I'm going to grab a small piece so I can straddle it so that I can, excuse me, I can reinforce the vinyl, not the vinyl, the waterproof canvas. There we go. Okay. There we go. Top stitch. Good. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. 2 1/8. 2 1/8. 2 1/8. Just making sure. I'm sorry? Oh, you're welcome.
Can I use this pencil?
Go ahead.
And I can pick that back up. Nothing now.
Okay. I'm trying to find a wider part. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put some extra interfacing against it. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to base that in place. Okay. 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 Trying to think like if I want to do it on the front or the back. I think I'll do it on the back. I'm just doing this as just an accent. I'm not really doing anything more other than just looking pretty. Okay. Alright, so okay. 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 So there we go. We've got our back and or front, either way. And then we have the slip pocket piece. Okay, and then now we're going to do the zipper. So for the zipper portion, I need to measure in to make sure that I can get it worked in, and then here it's gonna like fold down. Okay, but before we do that, we gotta make the angles. Okay. Okay, so okay. Okay. There we go. So now that that's on, make sure. I'm gonna make sure I can see this very well. Okay. Perfect. So this is where it's going to stitch from, but that's where we're going to like start pulling it down. So now that we have that and everything is there, now I can take this and unzip it. Yes, it's the easiest way to do it. Okay, so now that we have our two main pieces, our two ends of our zippers that are marked, our zipper pull, now we can start putting this all together. All right, so let me go ahead and get this all set up, and then we'll be right back.